Hey guys, and welcome to Vanguard Tactics. And in this lesson, myself and Joe are going to be covering how to pick secondaries against the new Drukhari.
Yeah.
So this is one of our lessons that we do every single week with our students on our Vanguard Tactics Academy. And the Vanguard Tactics Academy is designed to help people become more confident, comfortable, give them that clarity that they want about the game, and also cultivate community. And that's essentially why we brought the Academy course together. And it's a real modular-based progressive program where not only are those lessons in the Academy, but then also every single week we do lessons just like this. So this is a bit of a taster, but we thought it'd be a great lesson to cover because of obviously the new Drukhari release. Secondaries are incredibly important within the game, and probably one of the biggest and most important aspects of the game is what secondaries you actually pick. So yeah.
So, and it's kind of how the lessons work out through the week is that I'll obviously put everything up on a Monday or Tuesday. The list that the secondaries are picked for are usually are now going to be the ones that are in the battle reports, so that our students can watch the battle report, see how the army functions if they're not familiar to it, and then they can kind of build a strategy and a game plan around that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So we give the students a mission.
Yeah.
We give the students an army. We also give them a deployment map to have a look at. So again, then they've got all the information. They need to imagine they're walking to the table and they're playing up against Joe or myself or whatever list, and then it's all about what secondaries they pick. We then give them feedback, and we first of all cover what the army typically does well with in terms of secondaries. So it's all about picking, or first of all, their first task is they need to predict what the, let's say, Drukhari player is going to take first of all.
Yep.
So they predict that, then they pick their own. And then they let us know what they're predicting so we know how close they are to the mark. And then also we can tell them exactly, give them feedback on their exact list and their exact picks. To make sure that it is, in alignment, that we feel like they would do very well. And when it comes to scoring, what we're really concerned about is we try and teach everybody to score at least 80 points every game. That's kind of our gold standard. And if you can constantly get 80 points, and that's 10 for battle painted, 40 on the primary, 30 on your secondaries, then you should be going 3-2, maybe 4-1 most events. Okay, it's going to be a really good, consistent player, because a lot of our students on the Academy, look, they don't want to be the best player in the world. Yeah. They just want to be a well-respected player that knows their rules inside out, somebody that's really enjoyable to play against, and they just really are that sort of go-to person in their local club. That's a fantastic, not only educator in the game, so that's exactly the type of people that we get on our Academy, and this is kind of why these lessons have really helped them. And the feedback that we're getting at the moment is, I've been able to play an event because of COVID restrictions have lifted, and I've just gone, 4-1, I've just gone 3-2, I've just come second, and it's because of these lessons. So, you might not have taken part in this lesson, but there's going to be something here if you really listen to those concepts. Now, again, if you want to sign up for our masterclass, that's about Drukhari at the weekend, then the link will be, if you put it in the description.
Yep.
It's in the description, so you can check out the link in the description for that masterclass. I'll also pop it in the live chat now as well. So yeah, it is literally, we're going to be covering the 4 ways to play that. And then obviously, if you want to join our Academy in the future and take part in these lessons, then you can, do that as well, which will be awesome. Now, first of all that we need to do is, can you quickly go over your list just for the guys?
Yep. So it's the list I ran on the weekend. I've got a pure Cult of Strife battalion. It is Lilith Hesperex, a Succubus and Drazar. I've got 3 units of 10 Witches, 3 units of 5 Incubi, 2 units of 5 Mandrakes, 2 units of 5 Reaver Jet Bikes, all basic and plain, a 10-man unit of Hellions. And then for transports, I've got 3 Raiders, 3 Venoms, and I've got a Reaper, the 4-job model, which fires D6 lance shots. And that's 2,000 points.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So what sort of secondaries are the Drukhari good at scoring typically? Sorry, before we get into that, what mission are we playing today?
So it is from the other day, it was the priority target mission.
Okay, and we typically ask our students not to pick the priority target secondary because it forces them, because it's such an easy one to pick. We typically ask our students to not pick that one and go for 3 others, okay? Again, we're trying to constantly push our students to be better and better so that they've got all of these really, really great ideas when they actually get to the table, okay?
Yeah, I think on this one, we both ended up taking priority target in the game, so we kind of let it slide on this one,
Well, when we're playing on the stream game, it's too hard to explain to everybody.
Yeah.
But when it's come to at the end of the day, we want to push our students to be the best they possibly can be. So sometimes we do put on slightly heavier restrictions for them so that it forces them to adapt, change and overcome.
Yeah.
So again, we want to constantly push their understanding of what their book can do. Because otherwise it would be a case of pick 2 secondaries and then you're going to take this mission one. So we try to avoid that. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go through each student's list very quickly. We then go through the picks, okay, and then I'm going to ask Joe what he would take instead, okay? Yeah. Do you want to open up that monster?
I really want to open this.
Get on with it. Get on with it, man.
There we go. It's open.
He's just playing with that ring pull, you know.
It's a new flavour monster.
It's incredible, actually. Yeah, it's a ginger flavour, unreal.
It sustains us.
Okay, so right. Tony Sutton said he wasn't sure he was going to skip priority target. Don't worry about it, Tony. It's your first or only the first or second time you've come round to this mission, so don't worry about it. We will let you off. We've had Andrew Fisher has said, definitely I'm a student of the Academy and I always try and watch all of these lessons. I've learnt loads, even from just listening to the advice given from other students. Dan would say... Dan has said, would you say the Academy is worth joining for someone who has only just started playing? Okay, so I like to describe the Academy as the course that I would have wanted when I started playing 40k. Like, it's that simple. Yeah. Like, yes, you can spend hours and hours and hours watching different battle reports, trying out different units, and, you know, going down your local club and trying out different stuff. Maybe people might list Taylor against you. Look, at the Academy, it's all about just understanding what your army can do, and we teach real game theory. Okay, so it's understanding what the movement phase does to its highest level. Okay, so we go for a progressive, module on that, so you can really understand every single nuance, and then we cover all the different factions just like we are today. So yeah, absolutely. We've had so many people go from literally doing the Academy to then going to their first ever event and then, going 3 and 2, which having a winning record at your first event is awesome. So, Dan, check it out. Check out the masterclass, obviously. That's completely free. It was quite funny because we had a few people say on Facebook, obviously, oh, but it's a masterclass. The book's not even out yet. How do you know? How can you master a codex? Well, we have had a lot of repetitions with this book. Obviously, we're very fortunate to be playtesters, and we've got a huge amount of experience with this book. And yes, there's things that we're going to adapt and overcome, and there'll be things that maybe we could do this again in maybe 3-4 months' time and revamp it, add more additional content to it as we find out those things. But the masterclass can be a great starting point because it's all about understanding theory. Like when I look at the game of 40k, it doesn't matter what the name says. It doesn't matter that it says Drukhari. It doesn't matter if it says Blood Angels. Because I tell you what, Hellions, Sanguinary Guard, pretty much the same thing. Yeah. When I look at the 40k, I kind of see the matrix. I just see bases, I see stat lines. So regardless of the name, somebody said, oh, but you haven't won any tournaments with Drukhari. How can you do a masterclass on it? It doesn't matter. So it's all about teaching that theory. And that really underpins absolutely everything. So, okay, here we go. Right. Got some great people in the chat there. A lot of our students singing the praises of the Academy. So thank you so much, guys, for doing that.
So we'll go over secondaries, won't we?
Yeah, what secondaries are the Drukhari... No, before I interrupted you.
No, I interrupted you with my can opening.
You did, yeah, that's true.
So Drukhari as an army are built for things like scramblers, engaged in all fronts. There's the new one.
So let's cover that. Why are they good at scramblers?
Scramblers is they have a lot of MSU, small units, and they have access to multiple ways of deep striking, getting units into little pockets kind of thing.
So I'll give you 3 ways that they're great for that, especially in this list. You've got the mandrakes. The mandrakes can come off the table and they can come back on. So that means your opponent's going to have to screen out the backfield until turn 5. So scramblers is always an option for Drukhari. 9 out of 10 times, probably 9 out of 50 times, or 49 out of 50 times, you're probably going to get scramblers off. Because somebody's going to, unfortunately, unless they're rocking 120 infiltrators, not going to be able to screen out the table until turn 5. So they can start in the middle of the table because they have the infiltrate ability. They can scramble there, come off the table, come back on late game to scramble in the backfield. Yeah. If they're running scourges, they can obviously deep strike in as well. But for this list in particular, they're very good at scrambles. Okay. Yep. Then obviously with the Grand Tournament book, we go through the typical ways, and again we teach our students exactly what are good questions to ask and those things that you need to consider when it is the mission, whether banners is a good option or maybe scrambles is better. Yeah. Okay, so if you feel like on average you're going to score more points out of banners, then that's a good point, but otherwise scrambles will probably be a Drukhari option that we take every time, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, cool. So what is another secondary in a different category that this list plays well with?
Engage in all fronts.
Why is that?
The Drukhari have got a lot, like I said, a lot of MSU units, but the entire army is very, very quick.
Yeah.
You can Venoms move 16 inches, the Raiders move 14 inches. Now you can advance and charge. You've got access to a stratagem, which is called Never Stationary, which used to be called Fire and Fade. So you could move a Venom 16 inches, shoot one of your guns at something, spend 2 command points, and then move it 7 inches. So there's a little extra bit of free movement. So then they're going a bit of quick maths. So 16 plus 7, 23 inches.
And if you look at the map that we play on as well, so for engage in all fronts, it's very simple just to move from that point there into that quarter. Yeah. And then same for that one, could quite comfortably move over, I think that's about an 18-inch gap right there. So you've got the mobility to attack into all 4 quarters on this map. So engage in all fronts is a fantastic option. Also, bear in mind this is a 5 objective mission, so domination is also a very good pick as well. Yep. This list in particular, is this the witch list or your normal cabal list?
This is the witch list.
The witch list. Okay, so this isn't as troop heavy as your other list that we used in the battle report. So if you've got lots of OBSEC, then Domination's a great pick. This one, because it's got speed and it's got MSU, but without so much OBSEC, engage in all fronts is probably just a more consistent one. And it also means you're not telling your opponent, I'm coming to that middle one. You've got the flexibility with a very mobile army. So we're pretty much going to take engage in all fronts. Yep. And we should be scoring 2 to 3 points every single turn with that consistently. We've got enough units to feed into those objectives. If you're not unsure what feeding is, again, we've got a module on that on the Academy. And then we've also got the scrambles is the other pick. Yep. So then what is your third pick?
It'll be the new Drukhari secondary called Take Them Alive.
Okay.
You get 1 point for killing a non-vehicle, non-titanic unit in combat. Or you get 3 points if it's a monster or a character. Okay. So it's kill points and assassinate rolled into 1. Yeah,
and you can, with an army like this, with the witches, with the reavers, with the hellions, you can, and with also the smash characters that you've got, you can reliably pick up 1 to 2 characters a game. Yeah. So that's going to get you 6 points, and then providing that you kill at least 4 units in combat. Yeah. It's a very good secondary. Remember, we're only trying to score 10 points as a minimum. Scrambles is 10. Yep. Engage in all fronts is 3 quarters for all 5 turns. That's easily doable for 10 points. And then also take them alive, kill 2 characters for 6 points, kill 4 other units for your other 4. Yep. That is going to get you the 80 points that we're after. Then it comes down to some dice rolls, sort of looking at how the game plays out, where you can start to increase that. And again, this is what we try. This is the mentality that we try to get across. So that's pretty much how the army wants to play.
Yeah, it's like that secondary from that book is literally do what your army wants to do, and you get rewarded for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to quickly jump into the chat. Carp Hunter has said, "Afternoon, gentlemen. So impressed with the quality of the board, the production, and the content. I'm loving the Academy. Best decision ever. Thank you so much. We really appreciate that." Yeah. Absolutely. Brian said he went 4-2 at his first ever major thanks to the Box and the Vanguard Tactics Academy. Simone said, "I'm on the Academy and I definitely don't regret it. It's a fantastic track to be a good player."
Yeah, I was on the Academy.
Fast track to be a good player. So
when it first started. I was going like 1-4, 2-3. I was not doing incredibly well.
Before the Academy.
And I literally was watching hundreds of hours of battle reports, like listening to podcasts and stuff. But as soon as I started doing like the Academy with Steve and playing regularly with Steve, getting those reps in, it took about 12 weeks where we literally like played and talked through everything. And then I went to the Warhammer World GT qualifier and went 4-1 and qualified. Managed to get in the top 10.
And bear in mind, you tried 4 other times and failed, right?
That was my 4th attempt to get there. And I just failed. I didn't qualify. I didn't get into the top, I think it's like 45. Just couldn't do it. Then joined the Academy.
We played some games.
Went through it and absolutely smashed it. And now I can consistently do 4-1 or just 5-0 I've done as well. But it's really helped pick it up. And that was about a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
So.
Right. So should we get on with Simone's list?
Yep.
Blood Angels he's playing.
Okay.
He's got a Clux Assassin, Dante, a unit of Incursors, so this is a patrol, a unit of Death Company of 8, 5 Hammers, 2 units of 3 Plasma Inceptors. He's then got a Vanguard Detachment, Sanguinary Priest with Jump Pack. He's got 2 units of 8 Sanguinary Guard, 1 unit of 8 Vanguard Vets, with 5 Thunder Hammers and some Lightning Shields. That's the combo.
Lightning Shields.
Yeah. And then he's gone for you to take... So he's predicted you would take Engage in all fronts. So ding, 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 correct. Deploy Scramblers.
Correct.
Now he's gone for Assassinate.
No.
But again, that's where Take Them Alive is close, but Take Them Alive is just slightly better because Joe's rewarded exactly the same, right?
So it means that I get more points basically because I can go after your characters and your units, which you'll be putting into combat with me.
And this army uses the shooting from the Dark Lances to soften up the units, to let the Witches and the Hellions go in and just clear them off. And that's really where that comes into play. So his picks are Domination, which I think for the Blood Angel player is absolutely great. He's gone for Oath of Moment. Again, absolutely fantastic. You've got characters he can kill. You've got vehicles he can kill. He's probably not going to be falling back because he's a Blood Angel. He wants to hold the middle, which is absolutely brilliant. And then he's also gone for Deploy Scramblers.
It's a really good option.
Which, again, he probably would have took, hold priority objective, but we're forcing him to take other 3. So Oaths of Moment is a great pick for you for that Blood Angel list. Domination is also perfect. Deploy Scramblers. And remember, Blood Angels can send a unit up and then they can come back down. So you're going to struggle to screen that out, I think.
Oh, yeah. So apart from having to do Scramblers where he'll have to put a unit over here in my deployment zone, he doesn't even have to leave his half of the table.
Yeah.
Just stays there and then just trades on the middle because all of his stuff scores at the end of the turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. Absolutely incredible. So that's why we do the prediction first, is so that it can inform Simone's decision. Simone was pretty much on point there with those picks. So Simone, and again, it's helping like when Simone gets to the table and he's facing a list archetype similar to Drukhari. Maybe it's not exactly the same, but at least he knows, cool. And then what we also get our students to do is we keep a record of what they're doing. So when they get to the table, we've all got the Word documents and cheat sheets for them, which they complete for us. So then what they do is they fill that out. Yeah. And then when they get to the table, they're like, cool, I know what to pick against you. We're removing decision fatigue.
Yeah. And it means that by knowing before you've gone to an event, like even in the list writing stage, you know what secondaries you're available to. Because there's so many times I've gone to an event and it's like game 3 and my opponent, what's the mission? What is your army? Like, what secondaries do I take? Like, if you can come to the table and if you know in your head, you've memorized the mission because you've done this like lesson just over and over and over again, and you know instinctively 3 perfect choices for your army. Yeah. And then you might have 1 interchangeable depending on what your opponent takes.
Yeah. Brian's put in a super chat.
Oh.
And he's put, love the Pick Your Secondaries format. Would be cool to show a scenario with models to demonstrate how to take advantage of certain secondaries. So yeah, we're actually developing a new module at the moment all about secondary picking. So to basically underpin a lot of this knowledge, put it at the table. So for example, we're going to go over the mission and then say, right, this is a really good option for, let's say, Pierce the Veil.
Yeah.
This is the type of unit I would use to try and do that. And this is how many points I would, you know, more than often score. So all of that content we're going to film with, obviously, the 3 camera angles. Yeah. And then we can get that all edited up looking absolutely slick for as an Academy module as well. And again, we're constantly adding more of that to the Academy all the time.
And he's also put a bit on the end of that super chat.
He wants to be, because obviously with our super chats, if you donate the money for the model exactly based on the Games Workshop price in the UK, then we will name that model, we'll put your name on it.
Yeah.
So Brian's put in there that he wants to be a Drukhari Marshal. Obviously, that's the new model that got announced. So when we'll get him, we'll put that money towards a Drukhari Marshal and then chuck him down in the AdMech army. And every time it'll be just moving Brian Anderson across the table.
Wait, it's put here.
Sergeant Angle.
Sergeant Angle.
Yeah, Sergeant Angle.
Does that mean I can have a Butterworth? Constable Butterworth.
You can be Constable Butterworth. Yeah. Morning Angle. So Ian Wilson said, I messed up. Oh, Scary's here. How you doing,
hello,
mate?
Scary.
For the quest, Scary. Okay, so... Right, here we go. Max has asked a question. Isn't Take Them Alive 2 conditions per battle round, as in score 3 for a character monster and 1 for another kill of the battle round?
It's just reached. I will read it out. This is where I'm proved entirely wrong live on the internet. And I've cheated you.
Probably.
I love the layout of these new books. I can find stuff immediately.
We'll be back.
Give me 2. Oh, there we go. So, if you select this objective, you score victory points at the end of the battle for each of the following. So not battle round, end of the battle. Score 3 victory points if any character or monster units were destroyed by an melee attack made by a Drukhari unit from your army during that battle round. Score 1 victory point if any units were destroyed by a melee attack made by a Drukhari unit from your army during that battle round. And that excludes characters, monsters, or vehicles, because you obviously get 3 points for everyone. So it's actually end of game scoring. Yeah.
And basically, it's for that it's those 2. And the stipulation is melee, so it's not shooting. So that's where assassinate's a little bit different. Okay, cool. Brian said, I guess I have to donate enough for a Manipulus to have a Butterworth with me. We could have Sergeant Angle and Butterworth together. Yeah, love it. Awesome. Right, okay, but Simone, fantastic picks on that. Right, let's go to Sam's. So Sam's gone for, let's quickly run over his list. He's got a Crimson Fist list. And again, you'll see the lists that come up from the students. They're not these like top meta lists. Again, the Academy's to help other people, or our students, should I say, get the most out of their favourite armies. It's all about helping them. And all of these lists that we're looking at are because we've given them the help in our other clinics where we cover things for them to think about to improve it so they're well-rounded and balanced. Okay,
and during our lesson of the Army List Clinic, where they write their lists and send them to us, part of the stipulation at the beginning is like, what units do you want in this list? Like, what units have to be in this list, but for reasons because you like their rule or because you just really love that model? Because when you go to a tournament or an event,
the law.
Or the law. If you go to a tournament or event or your friend's house, like, you don't want to be playing with a list just because
it's the best.
The internet tells you it's the best. You want to play with that list because you love the models in it.
Yeah, or imagine you've had it commission painted.
Yeah.
You can't just chase the meta willy-nilly. No. And we're not about that. So this is kind of what we like to do, is get well-rounded balanced lists. So we've got a Klux Assassin again. You'll see this is probably the most picked character because obviously I love the Klux Assassin and I really rate it. Pedro Cantor, what a beast. Primaris Chaplain. We've got then, I think that might be the one on the bike, we've got Infiltrator, Intercessor, all 5-man units. big blob of aggressors, smaller blob of aggressors. We've then got 2 Redemptor Dreadnoughts with Macro and Plasma Incinerators. Then we've got a little unit of Servitors in there, obviously for doing actions and stuff. And then he's got 3 units of 3 attack bikes, 3 with Multi-Melter, the other 2 all with Heavy Bolters.
It's a dirty list.
So his picks for you are Priority Target, which you're going to go for Engage instead.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, you're going to go for the Take Them Alive instead.
Yeah.
And he's got plenty of units here that you can kill. Like all of those attack bikes, brilliant. There's enough little troops in there to pick up 4 units.
In the Ultramarines game where if this list kind of like... Obviously I don't have some of the characters from the battle report, but if these units get into like an aggressor line, they can just pick it up.
Yeah, and also, they've got more units here than I even ran, so there's more chance of picking up more kill points. So he's gone for you to take Priority Target, Domination and Scramblers. So you're right on the money on the Scramblers there. Domination will go for Engage instead, because against you, your list, Sam, is just so aggressive in the centre. You've got the Rights of War Warlord trait, I believe, so you've got lots more OBSEC. So again, it's all about, Joe doesn't need to engage you in the centre. He can let you have that middle one and attack the edges, right?
Yeah.
So he's gone for Domination, which is perfect for Sam. He's gone for Priority Target, which is also great for him. And then he's also gone for Oaths of Moment. Yeah. So Sam, fantastic picks, mate. Yeah, awesome. Absolutely great picks there, Sam. Do not change those. Get those in that notebook. Okay, so let's quickly go into the chat, see if we've got any more. Richard Kilton's just joined. How you doing? David, since Incubi seem to be so good, don't you think min-maxing with Drukhari transports plus trophy should be an amazing combo? Yeah, I absolutely love that. I picked that out the other day. Any leadership modifiers is also...
It depends on your build. Like the Drukhari combo is really, really good because it's like minus 3, really maximises on those. But I personally am a really big fan of having the Blackheart transports in my real space raid because the Dark Lance on that really maximises from that free reroll. Yeah,
if you didn't have the Ravager in it and you wanted a bit of redeploy shenanigans, then I think that could be an option. Or you could go for some different bits and bobs there. But okay, so Max has gone with his list is we've got a Dark Technomancer's Patrol, Homunculus, 2x5 racks, 10 Hemontize, is that?
So those are the special ones.
Okay, and then 2x1 Talos with a Heat Lance and Liquefier Gun. We've then also got another Technomancer Patrol with 2x10 racks with 3 Liquefiers, 5 racks and a Homunculus. Then we've got a Red Grief, we've got a Succubus, Whippy, Show Stealer. We've got a Succubus with the Bloodglaive, 5 Witches, 2x5 Mandrakes, 2x9 Reavers and 3 Blasters, 2 Raiders with Dark Lancers and 2 Venoms. So he's gone for your secondaries, Joe. He thinks you're going to take Domination? Probably not.
Probably not, just because I've only got 3 units of OBSEC in this list.
And you are massively out OBSEC'd against this list.
Yeah, and I need, my witches need to be doing something.
Yeah, so he's gone for Scramblers.
Yeah.
And then he's also gone for Take Them Alive.
Yeah.
And then Max has gone for with his list Domination, absolutely, because you've got a lot more OBSEC on the table. You can feed those racks into the centre. You'll easily get the middle and obviously those other 2. He's also gone for Scramblers as well, because he's got those Mandrakes like you have. And he's gone for thin their ranks against you.
Yeah.
Very nice, because you've got a lot of vehicles which give up basically 1 victory point.
Yeah.
You've then got... 34. I think because most of the Drukhari army probably will be dead, so you'll probably get a good 10 points off that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, nice. I love it. So Max, fantastic work. Max, I'm loving seeing Max take up a different army. So normally Max is, you would have heard him on our Death Guard podcast.
Yeah.
Really insightful. He's gone for something different. I absolutely love it because he was sort of struggling. He said the other day, like he really loves, the list building stage, but he felt a bit stagnant with the Death Guard because I think he's sort of exploited a lot of the combinations, really got his head around it. And I said, look at Eldar, and obviously with Drukhari coming out, I think it's going to be right up his street. So I'm really excited to see what Max can do with that. Yeah, Max put he's put there he can get 12 off in their rank, so I think that's cool. Well worked out as well. Yeah. Okay, so. Chris has said there's a general consensus that it should be scored at the end of the battle round, but hasn't been FAQ'd yet. You know, sometimes there are spelling mistakes and bits and bobs. Like, put it this way, what's the points of Reavers in that book?
10.
Don't play them as 10, guys. Just don't do it.
No.
Like, they're not going to be 10 points.
No, they were FAQ'd because the points that came out in the new chapter approved
are literally the same.
Are the same as SO10. Games Workshop FAQ chapter approved to make it 20. They even changed the points on the app to 20. So
they wouldn't have done that if obviously they knew they were going to stay at 10. So don't run them as 10 points, please.
I think
there will be mistakes now and again. It happens.
Think the wording on take them alive is based what you killed in the combat phase of that battle round, more to stipulate the fact of it's the whole turn, not just each player turn. I think that's what they're trying to put across, is that you can get kills in both players' turns.
Love it. Okay, Brian's come in with another super chat. What a hero. He's put DC Danny Butterman incoming. What about the Andes?
Surely it's two
engine sears.
It's either 2 engine sears, or 2 castellans.
2 castellans.
Because they are like the Andes, like the mountains.
Okay, yeah. So Brian, we've already got 2 of those. You've already given us enough on the super chats there. So if you want to have the Andes, mate, you just let us know, and we'll pop them on 2 of the Castellan robots. But the AdMech, obviously book's been announced, hasn't it? Can't wait for that. And we're going to be doing exactly the same with what we're doing for Drukhari, what we've had Drukhari week. We'll have AdMech week. So I'm currently buying up all the units that we don't currently own, so that when it comes to it, we've got so many more options to show you guys as well.
But we'll definitely skip Sisters week and Craftworld Aeldari week and Harlequins week. We don't want those, because they're Steve's armies.
We're definitely doing those weeks. Right, let's move on.
There's nothing more exciting than spending an entire week being punched in the face by Sister.
So we've got a question here. Max has said, Joe Coles, wouldn't the Venoms be 80 points? 65 base plus 10 for the Splinter Cannons. So I read this as, can you, so obviously Splinter Cannons have, I think they're 10 points in the back.
They're 10 points in the back.
So read the Venom. So remember guys, you need to read what the, so the base cost of the model is what it comes with. So what does it come with? So you go to the Venom datasheet, what does it say?
A Venom is equipped with Splinter Cannon, Twin Splinter Rifle, Blade Vanes.
Okay, so you're basically paying the base cost of the model, which is 65?
Yep.
And that gets you the first cannon, the twin splinters, and then the blade vanes. If you want to swap your
Splinter Rifles,
you pay 10 points to upgrade that to a cannon. That's how I would interpret that, okay? Not that I know or anything, Rich Kilton says, Orky week. That's what we want, Orky week.
We haven't actually got an Orc army yet.
Well, we need to get an Orc army. Brian said, I can't wait for AdMech week. I'm coming back to the game for new stuff. Awesome.
Maybe you can come to England.
When absolutely. We'll get him over here. Okay, right, here we go. So, Logan said... So Logan's one of our VT coaches. He's got his filthy Salamanders list. He does like to name all his models as well. What an absolute hero. So we've got 2 crusty company veterans. We've got the Manny, the Promise Lieutenant, the Mastercrafted Power Sword. We've also got Vulcan, He-Man, Heston, 6 Angsty Flamer Aggressors, 3 Angsty Flamer Aggressors, Primetime Chief Apothecary, 4 Servitors, Chonko, the Relic Contemptor Dreadnought, FA, I'm not sure what that means, but the Relic Contemptor Dreadnought with twin Volkites. And then we've also got 3 abrasive multi-metal attack bikes, 6 liquid hot plasma inceptors, 6 edgy eradicators, and 3 edgelord eradicators. And he's picked that you would go for. We also get them to say like what's going in Deep Strike, into reserve, and he's put inceptors are going to go into reserve there as well. So you've got, for the Dark Elder, you've gone for Domination. Probably not. Again, just because...
I do not want to sit on objectives when all those flamers are knocking about.
Nah.
That's not a fun time.
No. And he's also gone for you to take banners. Probably not the best one.
No, I could...
Scramblers is easy.
Yeah, scramble. I might, like, if... Like, it'd be a massive gamble to take banners. Like,
We just wouldn't.
You just wouldn't, because like I'd be like, okay, I'll put mandrakes on this objective in the left-hand corner, mandrakes on the objective in the middle of the table. If I go first, those banners are going up. If I go second, you just stop me from getting banners. Yeah, just basically.
You know, bang the 10 points in for scrambles, and you don't need to worry about... Yeah. The Drukhari are not a defending army. No. They're a very attackive. They want to be attacking and moving. They don't want to be camped on an objective or trying to hold a banner. Yeah. So, again, it needs to be aggressive. So he's also gone for priority target, which obviously we've said we won't. We'll go for take them alive instead. Yeah. He's going for while we stand, we fight. Yep, great point. Grind them down.
Yeah,
because you've got loads of units, and you're going to struggle to outkill him because he's obviously only got very few units.
Have we got the banner with Rights of War in there?
I'll have a little look, and it's a warlord trait, Rights of War, and then he's also gone for priority target as well. But he would go on.
I'd say, like, if you thought I was going to go for domination, you could counter my domination with your own, or even my banners with a domination. Because if you're taking Oaths of Moment. And while we stand, if you take domination and just stand in the middle of the table,
it doesn't look like it's in his list.
No, but I wouldn't be able to charge the middle of the table because he just goes, I'm going to Overwatch that venom and kill it. And although you might pick up one unit of, because I can make one unit fight last with my incubi, but the Salamanders have that stratagem where they can Overwatch for a friend and then countercharge into you. So it'd be an absolute nightmare trying to get into the middle of the table versus you.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, he can just Overwatch and then charge with another. Yeah, he's got so many good options. So I think for you, mate, obviously, he's gone for while we stand, grind them down. Grind them down, Logan, and while we stand, we fight, I think are in the same category. So you can't do that.
Have a look, quickly.
Well, I mean...
I'm pretty sure.
So you won't be able to do that, mate, unfortunately. Grind them down while we stand, both in no mercy, no respite. Yeah. So you'd need to go for probably domination instead of while we stand. Yeah, because, or grind them down either.
Well, because he wants to use those big units of aggressors and stuff, and that big unit of and eradicators to kill my vehicles. Because my vehicles, there's not many of them, are just going to be hammering you with dark lance shots, and they just cut through units in the aggressor armor so easily.
And it's because they're minimum 4 damage. Yeah. So statistically, on a 6+ Feel No Pain, you will roll 1/6, but then obviously each one will kill one. Dan said he's just signed up. Can't wait to get my Tau to respectful finish. That's awesome. Also, Jack is an incredible, one of our other coaches, an incredible Tau player, and he'll give you all the help you need with the Tau. He's always in Discord, jumping in, answering people's questions about Tau. And you're going to see him play Tau at the weekend against Joe's Drukhari. I think, mate, Tau are gonna...
I don't know what his list is. I don't know what he's playing at the moment. He's got some weird and wonderful...
I'm not going to lie, mate. My money's on Jack. Yeah.
I'll just take a Profits of Flesh army. I completely list Taylor.
I don't mean to doubt... I don't mean to, doubt you, but my money is on Jack. And obviously Jack is who I normally do the podcast with. So that's... if you need to put a face to a voice, that's the man. Chris Frozen's just joined. We've got Anthony Deep Games, Drukhari to Slanesh. You can't collect the souls of what you can't catch. Yeah.
It's Frozen joined us, isn't he?
Yeah,
he's been hammering through Hellions recently.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Copying.
Next list, we've got Chris. He's got Blood Angels.
Yeah.
Again, we get a lot of Blood Angel lists. I don't know why. No idea why. So he's gone for... Captain, he's got a Chapter Master with Jump Pack, Librarian, Sanguinary Priest. We've got 5 Intercessors, 2 Mana Infiltrators, 2x3 Blade Guard, 2x8 Sanguinary Guard, 1x8 Sanguinary Guard with Axes, so basically 3 units of 8 Sanguinary Guard, and then 2x3 Eradicators. He's gone for you to take Domination.
There's a lot of domination going on.
Well, it is an obvious pick on a 5 mission, but it's just not that great when you can be easily out-obsect.
Yeah.
Because has he got the Rights of War? I think he does have Rights of War in his chapter. So again, all of this is obsec, so it's really hard for domination to happen.
And I'd have to commit everything in my... Because if you just put your entire army in the middle of the table, I'd have to commit everything in a turn. literally just to clear you off it. And if I don't do a good enough job, your entire army just shoots me to death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gone for domination. He's gone for priority target and engage on all fronts. So again, you can't take engage and domination. And again, like this is one of the things that we say to all the students. This lesson, pick your secondaries, is so that it's our goal to catch you out, so that when you actually get to the table, you know, for example, Chris here, he'll remember, oh yeah, I remember Steve saying that domination and engage are in the same category. It's our job to catch you out in these lessons, so when you get to the table, you're, you know, pretty much there 90% of all the rules in the game. You have to check the odd bits, but typically you're not going to make those fundamental errors when it matters. Like the academy is about training. It's about, you know, like we're a collective community all helping each other to improve, which is unlike anything I've ever seen in 40k before. So again, engage and domination, they're in the same category, so they can't be taken together. But he's gone for, more importantly, Oaths of Moment, which is great for those Blood Angels, engage in all fronts. Domination would be much better for you with your list, Chris. Just stay in the middle, Rights of War, you're going to be great. So he's gone for Oaths of Moment, priority target, and then take domination, and that is your 3 winners. Absolutely. Yeah, cool. Right, next list, we've got Travis in his Death Watch. We've got Captain on Bike, Phobos Librarian, Proteus Kill Team, Proteus Kill Team, Proteus Kill Team, a Spectorus Kill Team, 5 Aggressors, 2 Company Vets, and 3 Eradicators.
Just to say something, I'm disappointed in Travis, because he gives us the best PowerPoint presentation on everything that he does. And he literally takes the screenshot of the map that we're going to use, and then he gets like the tabletop simulator style, like having the like top down with all the units, where he's going to go, where he's going to be doing stuff. It's not done this week. Must be a busy boy.
Dan said, are the games at the weekend, did you say? Yep, game's going to be on Saturday. We're going to be streaming Saturday, yeah. So he's predicted engage, bang on, scramblers, bang on, take them alive. Travis picks on point for those Drukhari. He's gone for suffer not the alien, which is 1 victory point a kill.
Killing an alien.
That is good. Scramblers and data intercept.
Does the suffer not the alien to live include vehicles as well?
I think he means priority target. But yeah.
Yeah. That's gross.
Love it. So for you, mate, perfect picks. Yeah. You could have even gone for Oaths of Moment potentially, because Suffer Not the Alien and Oaths of Moment are in different categories. Again, with you, mate, because your whole army's OBSEC, you could also have gone for domination.
Well, I suppose if he goes the priority target one, scramblers, and all he has to do is sit in his corner of the table.
Yeah.
And he's like, you can do whatever you want, and I'm just going to pick you off at range. Just shoot you all day.
Yeah. But Travis, pretty much on point there. Just don't underestimate how powerful your OBSEC is on a 5 mission game for your OBSEC, especially when you out OBSEC the other list. Okay, so Dave Commell, in response to Stephen's questions last. Okay, so here we go. His list is. Just got to bring up his Word document. Okay, so we've got a nice little diagram here where he's going to deploy his units. So I'm actually going to share this with you guys so you can kind of see the details some of our students go to when it comes to some of their preparation. So let's have a little quick look at this. Chuck that over to there. Okay, so as you can see, what Dave's done a great job here. We've got the Imperial Fist secondaries. We've then also got the opponents, what he thinks he'll score, and then also an alternative pick that he's considered here. And then also we've got a bit of a game plan of where he's going to deploy. This is the map that we gave everybody, and then also a bit of a write-up of what he's going to try to do. So that's his general game plan. Here's his list here as well, which is awesome. So yeah, fantastic. He's got a librarian. I will go through this. I'll take this off screen. Go back to us. So we've got we've got in reserve the Reavers. He's got Imperial Fists. He's got a librarian with Veil of Time, Null Zone, Psychic Fortress. A lieutenant with the Hand of Dawn. He's got Torg Aragon. Infiltrators, Intercessors, Apothecary, Assault Centurions, Reavers, Suppressors, Centurion Devastators with missiles and las cannons, and then Whirlwind and Whirlwind. So he can also make you fight last.
Yeah.
So
what's on those infiltrators? He's written on there.
Also,
the comms array.
Yeah.
Has he got a Phobos character.
Not
Oh yes, so he's got the Phobos Lieutenant, which
Yeah.
means that they get the reroll 1s to wound.
And also he's got the Hand of Dawn, which I think is reroll ones of that might.
No, that's Hand of Dawn is the. Is that the Orbital Bombardment one?
No.
Or is it the extra D3?
I'm pretty it could be the extra D3, yeah.
Hmm.
It's either that one or, off the top of my head, it could be the reroll hits of... No, that's the Eye of Hypno.
Yeah.
So the Eye of Hypno is on the Librarian. So the
Hmm.
Librarian's also acting as a captain, and
Yeah.
he's also got Rights of War on that Librarian. So again, he's got really good OBSEC. So again, for you, Dave, he's picked for you Domination, Engage in all fronts and Priority Target. Again, Dave, as we spoke earlier, Domination, Engage are in the same category, so they can't be taken together. So again, for the Drukhari, we're not going to change anything, are we? And against Dave's list...
Because he's gone Domination, Engage, and an alternative pick, Take Them Alive. So if he just goes Engage, Priority Target, and Take Them Alive, then those are good picks for me.
Yeah. And then we've got the... he's gone for Priority Target, Grind Them Down, and then again for you, mate, Oaths of Moment would be good, Domination would be good, any of those, and they're great for those Imperial Fists, I think, yeah?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Chris has said, I keep making that mistake. I need all the help I can get. Yeah. Well, I'm coming up with, when we've got that secondary module completed, there's going to be some cheat sheets and other guides and quick reference things as well. So I'm working on loads of little easy to understand infographics that you can just have on your phone.
Yeah.
And then it will explain certain things. So if you ever get any confused in the game, you can look it up, have a quick check, and it will just be there as a really clean visual for you, okay? So that's all to come. Right, so next up we've got Sam Peters, Adeptus Sororitas. We've got the Triumvirate, we've got a Canoness, we've got Righteous Rage, Warlord trait. We've got a Missionary, we've got 5 by 6 units of 5 Sisters, 9 Celestians, 8 Repentia, 9 Zephyrin, 9 Zephyrin, 3 by 5 Seraphim, 2 by 5 Retributors, and a Rhino. And he's gone for you. This is Bloody Roast Detachment. Take Them Alive, yeah. Domination, again, probably Engage, because he easily out-obsects you, and then Priority Target, so that's 15 as well. So yeah, but you'd probably go Scramblers, because obviously
probably go Scramblers,
we didn't say about the Priority Target. He's gone for Priority Target. He's also gone for Banners, which I think he can probably reliably do. And then also he's gone for Domination.
Yeah, because he can easily get 10 banners just by having those back 2. And if he gets a turn where he can bang that banner up in the middle and keep me off it by just putting all the Repentia in the middle, he can get potentially 12, 13 points off of that.
Yeah, and we know how Sisters play into Drukhari, don't we?
Mm.
Let that soak in, you know.
I did make a mistake in that game by taking Priority Target.
You did.
I should have gone for Engage.
I knew it.
Yeah.
I hit him so hard in that corner.
Yeah. Because
by the way, guys, what do you think of our new microphones?
They're fluffy, aren't they? They're quite nice.
Don't touch them.
Oh, sorry. I keep bashing. I'm not used to having it like there. But
because we've had comments in the past, your audio's echoey, so hopefully it's not echoey anymore. And hopefully there's not a weird white buzzing noise either that we can sometimes get with lapel mics. So they're basically attached here. The brand new microphones from Rode, top of the notch, brand new.
Fancy.
Going up in the world, mate, you know. Right, okay, we've got 69 current subscribers. Great number. Right, so next up we've got... what are you laughing at?
Nothing.
It's a great amount of people.
I'm just sleeping. Just rubbing my eyes.
David Bannister's got his Harlequins. And
it's not the horde list of death.
No, don't be daft. Right, okay, so nobody is stupid enough to run that list. So he's gone for, he's got a Shadow Seer, Troop Master, Death Jester, a unit of troop in a boat, 5 Kisses, 5 Fusion. It's exactly the same in another boat. He's got a unit of 8 Embraces, a unit of 8 Kisses, a unit of 8 Caresses, a unit of 5 Blades, just probably cheap stuff at the back. And then the first squadron of Skyweavers of 5, another squadron of 5 Skyweavers, another 3 squadron of 3, and then the 2 Starweavers.
That is a disgusting list.
I love it, Dave. Love it.
When I qualified at Warhammer World, I had a Drukhari
Combat
Harlequins list, and basically just ran a normal Drukhari list, and then I just took 12 Harlequin bikes, and I played against 2 Drukhari players, And it's like, turn 1, all of your boats are dead. Just all the haywire. It was disgusting.
Everybody's loving the audio.
Yeah?
Love it. Yes. Audio. Good.
We can't hear it.
No.
Unless I watch it.
Yeah. Okay, so also the phone's ringing. If you can hear that, let me know. If you can't, also let me know, because then it knows, we know that it's drowning out all the sound outside. So he's gone for, anyway, so enemy secondaries, engage in all fronts, bingo, scramblers, bingo, and the new stratagem specific one, bingo. David Bannister picks on point. He's gone for engage in all fronts. Go for domination, Dave, with your list. You got loads of obsec. Just hug the middle of the table.
He could do both really well, but he out-obsecs me massively. Because 2/3 of his list are all obsec.
Yeah, deploy scramblers, great. Then he's gone the hard one to go for. He's gone for pierce the veil. Let me have a look at this one.
Pierce the veil that's the one that you did, where you'd have to do 3.
Obviously, he would have gone for priority target, no doubt. But obviously, we forced him to do something different. We're stretching him.
Yeah, it's really good, but that Shadow Seer is going to have to be well protected, because I'm going to have to.
No, it's not good on this mission, because Dave, the battlefield edge is this one. If it was the long one.
What was the one that you did it on?
Yeah, that's the long one. That's another different mission. So
yes.
if it's the long edge, you can just move to there and do it. But because it's this one, he has to get from there with his Shadow Seer all the way to there. And this is very easy for you to attack into. So that's a bad pick, I think, really. And then also, if he's doing that, he's not casting his powers. And remember, if you're not casting your powers for Harlequins, you've probably got a bit of a problem.
So because you only got the one Shadow Seer in that list?
Yeah, you want to go for domination, scramblers. Obviously, priority target would be great. But just go for, instead, grind them down. Because you've got really hard-hitting units that will just munch them Drukhari. Yeah. And you will get that at least 3 times. You might not get it every turn, but you can use your boats early. A boat unit can kill 2 units, 1 in shooting, 1 in combat, and then you only trade 1 unit of boats. So for turns 1, 2, and 3, you trade a unit of boats for 2 of Joe's units. That gets you 9 points. And then the Harlequin horde, as it were, moves up and just decimates the rest of Joe's army.
Because you could use your bikes, literally, to pick up half of my boats and just leave me stranded in my deployment zone.
Well,
and then
he's -1 to hit anyway if he advances. So he shoots a venom down, charges another venom, kills that, wraps it. You'll have to spend your CP for desperate breakout, and then your whole army will have to attack that, and then you just rinse repeats that every single turn.
Yeah.
So I think you go for grind them down, Dave, with that list. Right, Tony Sutton's Craftworld list. Oh, I love this list. One of my favourites.
Is it because it's like your list?
We're gonna have to get a wiggle on, mate, because we've got a lot more to go through. So I'm going to speed this up now, okay? Right. Tony's Craftworld list is basically an Autarch, Farsight, Warlock, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units of Dire Avengers. We've got 3 units of Shining Spears, a 5-man, a big unit of Dark Reapers, 2 Wraith Seers with that can shoot indirectly, and then also a Wave Serpent. Okay, so he's gone for. We'll just go for his picks. He's gone for priority target, bingo for you, absolutely. So next time, don't pick that, go for something else. He's gone for engage in all fronts, which for Eldar, absolutely, and grind them down, perfect as well. So Tony, again, you could probably go for, your obsec is very equal, so you're probably right not to go for domination and go for your engage instead, and then just be very, proactive there. So I think engage is probably better, grind them down, absolutely. So yeah, absolutely love it. Or the other option for you, Tony, is that because Joe doesn't have much psychic defense, you can just put your Farser in the middle of the table and then just constantly cast the one where you can, if you do that 3 times, you get your 15 points. So that's
Psychic Ritual.
Yeah, so that's probably better than grind them down for you. Okay? So you can probably do that instead. And you can keep them quite well protected by the Wraith Seers, bit of move blocking, because Joe's going to really struggle to get into and kill those Wraith Seers, I think.
Yeah.
And the Dark Reapers will pick up anything that comes close to that. So, love it. Mark Vickery's got his Craftworld list as well. It's actually quite similar. Farseer, Spirit Seer, Warlock, Dire Avengers, Dire Avengers, Dire Avengers, unit of Fire Dragons, 3 big blobs of Howling Banshees, Shadow Spectres, big blob, Wraith Blades, 5-man unit, unit of Dark Reapers, a small unit though, 2 Wraith Seers and a Wave Serpent. And he's gone for priority target. Yep, Line Breaker. 2 units in your opponent's deployment zone.
If you're coming to me, that's the best gift ever, really.
And while we stand, we fight. I probably wouldn't go while we stand, we fight. For you, Mark, with your list, I would probably go for domination because you've got the combat to push Joe off it. You can charge, kill him off it and take it. So go domination instead of line breaker. Obviously, you've gone for priority target. And use a Warlock or something, because you don't necessarily need Quicken in your list. You can put that guy in the middle of the table, just do the Psychic Ritual, and you'll get that off quite nicely, So any of those 2 are going to be better than while we stand, we fight. In domination is going to be easier than line breaker, okay? So we've gone for Ollie's list here. He's gone for, bring this up. He's gone more Blood Angels. So very similar to the
Why
other.
couldn't you have been famous for something really obscure, like I don't know, like winning with Grot Tank Army or something, and then all the Grot Tank players will come here, and that'd be a lot more exciting.
Always good to build a business on Grot Tanks,
Yeah.
Blood Angels, we've got Dante, Librarian, Sanguinary Priest, Intercessors, Incursors, Company Vets, Death Company, Sanguinary Ancient, Sanguinary Guard, Attack Bike. Love it. So he has gone for, let's have a little look. Oaths of Moment, perfect. Domination, perfect. Priority target, perfect.
Yeah.
Great picks, Ollie. Love it. Absolutely. So next time, Ollie, when we do this mission, don't pick priority target, go for something else and really stretch yourself, all right? Okay, so next up we've got Casey. Casey's list is a Tau list. Farsight Enclave.
Fancy.
We've got Cadre Fireblade, Farsight, Commander, Troops. We've got Breachers, Strike Teams, smaller squads though. We've got a Riptide, we've got some Stealth Suits, remember they can infiltrate as well. Crisis Bodyguard, a Ghost Kill, Flyer, Sunshark Bomber, oh dear Joe, can start mortal wounding you. Loads of smart missile systems everywhere, love it. And then we've got a couple of Devilfish as well.
I actually really like this list.
I like it, yeah.
I like it. It's different.
He's gone for Engage on all fronts.
Yeah, because this list has got all the MSU units running around.
Yeah, again, or you could go Domination, because you've got lots of OBSEC in this list. You've got the Deploy Scramblers, yeah, because you can easily do that with your list. And the deployment zone is very hard to screen out. So yeah, Deploy Scramblers. And he's gone for While We Stand, We Fight, which again is a great pick with this list.
Yeah.
Because you are going to really struggle to get through his While We Stand, which are his Crisis Bodyguard, I think his Ghost Kill, and then also his Riptide. So yeah, I think they're fantastic picks, mate, to get your 80 points with. Really good work. I know you've been working with Jack with your listing stuff, so absolutely awesome.
Yeah, like Riptide, it's a hassle to kill at the best of times.
Yeah.
And the fact that my army has to engage it in combat, not a great day.
So we've got Mike here, said, are there any more Dark Angel battle reports in the pipeline for Vanguard Tactics TV? We've got the one in there at the moment, but we are adding more units to the Dark Angels.
Yep.
And then we will get some more battle reports up. But we're kind of cycling through, obviously, the armies as much as we possibly can. But yeah, we will be there.
Because even though there are armies popular at the moment, like we do kind of want to keep it, keep it all varied. To keep it a bit more exciting for you to watch.
Yeah. Andy Fisher, his list is Blood Angels.
Oh.
So again, similar stuff. Dante, Librarian, Sanguinary Priest, Incursors, big blob of Death Company, Sanguinary Ancient, 2 big blobs of Sanguinary Guard, 2 units of Inceptors, and then a Whirlwind. Love it. Okay, cool. So he's gone for Domination. Perfect. Oaths of Moment, perfect. And Take and Hold. I think that he means...
That's the Ultramarines one, isn't it?
Taking hold. I don't know if he means the priority target because it's under taking hold. So I think he means priority target.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, they would be great picks. Again, for you, if that is the mission one you're talking about there, again, push yourself for next time for this mission, Andy, and take that out and swap it for another one. Okay.
You always like happily do like scramblers.
Scramblers with Blood Angels is so good.
And like you'd actually do quite well with something like Grind Them Down as well. Just because I've got so many little units, like your Sanguinary Guard bolters could pick up a unit of witches in one round of shooting comfortably.
Yeah. So we've got Ian's Harlequin list. Now we're talking. So this is my Harlequin list that I've obviously donated to Ian.
I hate it so much.
So Ian wins. We'll just leave it there. So Ian's gone for 9 units of Harlequin troops of 7 and 8 men. And he's got 2 Shadow Seers, 2 Troop Masters, Death Jester, and the Incarn. Yeah, cool. So every model the Incarn kills, he will be regenerating wounds.
It's such an obnoxious list.
You will see this game very soon. As soon as I finish painting all my Harlequins, it'll be on the table versus Joe. And we'll be loving it. So he's gone for Domination, perfect. Scramblers, perfect. And then he's also gone for the mission-specific one. Yeah, but you could go for Grind Them Down. You could go for probably even While We Stand We Fight, because he's not going to be killing your Incarn. And you could just use that last unit of 9 troops or 8-man troops, whichever one you pick, keep it in your backfield, let it do some actions, run around for you, keep them nice and safe, get an easy 10 points on While We Stand We Fight there as well. So, and also he's got no psychic defense, so you could literally use the Incarn, because he's really just a mortal wound battery. He can just sit in the middle of the table and do psychic actions for you. So that's also great. Obviously you've got mental interrogation, you've got loads of characters running around that you could easily do that with, but I think, just go the Incarn, centre of the table, or one of the spare Shadow Seers, and just do that one in the centre. Probably the Shadow Seer is probably a bit better, the one that's giving you all your auras, because they still happen with psychic actions. The Incarn's free to dot about and do what he needs to. Yeah. So just consider that instead of the probably Scramblers. Yeah. And again, next time, take the mission out and go for some different picks, all right? And that is all of them. It's a big one today, wasn't it?
That was a very big one.
Yeah. So, here we go. What we got here, Andy said, do you guys think that since a Bore the Witch gives now a reasonable amount of points, they could erase the requisite of non-including psychers in your list? I don't know, it could be interesting, but I think it's like that nice, if you have them, or if you're on the fence about taking a psyche, maybe you don't, so you've got a Bore as an option. So I quite like it, makes hard decisions. Yeah, love it. Yeah. So next up we've got anything else? Yeah. Love it. I think that's just a few other comments there. But guys, I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. So remember, if you want to join the Academy, if you love today's lesson and you really want to, understand more about how you can get your army list reviewed every single week and, play these games with us, then obviously join the Academy. Yeah. And all the links to that are on our website. You can go and find it, check it out. But yeah, anyway.
Yeah. And we've got the Masterclass on Sunday, and we've got a day of streaming on Saturday for more Drukhari fun.
Yeah, I've just put the link in the chat, in the live chat for the masterclass. Get signed up. I think there's it's going to be a 2-hour masterclass. You're working all the slides at the moment, aren't you?
And if you sign up to the masterclass, you are in a chance to win one of 2 Drukhari Combat Patrols or the Drukhari Codex.
Yep.
And if you're worried that you can't watch it when we go live, you're not going to sign up anyway, because if you do miss it or you can't watch it, we will send you an email with the link in it so you can watch it again at your leisure.
Yeah.
But you can only watch it again if you have signed up for it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Cool. Right. until next week, guys, or until Saturday.
Yeah.
Also, new video tomorrow dropping, which normally goes on Vanguard Tactics TV, is how to deploy Drukhari.
Yeah.
So a little lesson on how to deploy Drukhari is going up on YouTube tomorrow as all part of this Drukhari week.
Yep.
So again, thank you so much. If you have any questions about the Academy, feel free to shoot us a message, either in the comments below, or you can shoot me an email, whatever it might be. One quick question here from Chris: when is the VT gear going to be available? Hopefully in 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah.
2 to 3 weeks. I'm building a new website for merchandise. So there'll be an entire Vanguard Tactics shop where you can get all this fresh kit. You can get the objective markers, the dice, all the Vanguard Tactics merch will be on its own separate like Vanguard Tactics store. Obviously, if you're an Academy student, you'll get a slight discount and maybe some other perks as well.
Maybe we should get some t-shirts with our faces on, like Team Joe, Team Steve.
Well, no one's ever going to buy a Team Steve t-shirt, so it's pointless me printing any of those.
Just hashtag Team Joe,
yeah.
Or hashtag I spent all of my CP turn 1.
Yeah. That's what Joe does, spends them all.
Yeah.
Just all out.
Yeah.
Right, anyway, so we'll order loads of Team Joe t-shirts. We won't bother with mine, it's just pointless.
Yeah.
Anyway, till next week, or till tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you. Remember, like, subscribe, do that stuff, share, all those bits of gubbins, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Goodbye.